Hello everybody, I am out at the Williamsport Park, looking pretty empty today, but that's all right, with Mabel. Josh actually brought her here yesterday morning without me, so it wasn't filmed, looking for dogs, and that's what we're doing today. If we don't see any dogs, that's okay. We can work on her walk position, her downstays, her recall, and her overall behavior off property. So her leash walking has improved 1,000,000,000%. I used to not be able to put the leash on and walk with her even out of command without her pulling me. She just associated leash with constant tension. And so we had to work really hard to reverse that. Good. See how I'm slowing down? She'll stop with me. Good. This is really the bulk of the training, is teaching her to prioritize me and actually care about my opinion of her behavior. So we're teaching her to follow my left leg instead of her just doing whatever she wants and me sort of blindly following. I'm just attached to her via this string around her neck, and I sort of follow her everywhere and hope for the best. It's the opposite now. How do we create that? Well, there is an element of training. Obviously, that's a huge portion of the work. But most of it is accountability for her known commands. So if I tell her to heel and she is not healing, I have to correct that. If I don't correct that, days will pass and she'll creep up, and before you know it, she'll be 6 feet ahead again. She needs that accountability, just like we need accountability for everyday actions. The dogs need it too. So I'm really happy with her walk. Good. I noticed a big difference since Josh worked with her yesterday, just in the ease of walking her. I'm clicking right here. Good. So I don't want her, it's an old habit of being able to just potty whenever she wants, right? Because when she's in heel, she can't just decide to leave my leg and go to the grass. If she believes she can do that, you're going to start to see the leash reactivity creeping in again. Good. And I know she does not have to go to the bathroom because we gave her opportunity, and she did go prior to the walk. So what you just saw right there was more of just an old habit. Impulsiveness on the walk. I see grass, I want to go sniff it. I don't care who's holding the leash. So what happened was, when she left my leg, I'm at a 7, which is actually very low for her outside. I started clicking the whole time. Click, 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 click. And then when she came back to my leg, I released. Sorry, honey. I know, the leash gets caught. Now it's caught in her leg. Let's talk about length of leash. Okay, this is even too strong. I don't want her to go in the grass, so I'm clicking. Good, and she's back with me. Okay, stay. When we're walking her in heel with a leash on, which I know her owners are going to be using most of the time because they live in a neighborhood, you're going to be holding the leash in your left hand, remote in your right hand. You won't have the camera like I do. You're going to put your hand around the loop and then do loose, no, stay. I'm clicking. Good. Loose loops, 1, 2, holding it just like that, so that the length of the leash is not tight, so it's constantly tense, but it's not so loose that she can, you know, leave heel and you don't even know. Okay. I said stay, honey girl. I'm clicking right now. Good. We're building that impulse control. So when I actually tell her stay, she doesn't do it for a second and then leave command again, right? So it's constant feedback. So now that I have my leash at a good length to get her in heel, I'm just going to say heel and tap the tone. Heel. And then immediately I'm going to look down and say, where is she? Is she in heel or not? If not, I click the remote. If she is, you can give her a good girl. I'm going to click right there. But it doesn't need to be like, oh my God, good girl, you're healing, great. You know, it's similar to like somebody saying, oh my gosh, you're not speeding down the highway, great job. You know, it's sort of like, it's understood. You don't need to throw her a big party every single time. This is just beautiful. And then you can do all sorts of like things to make sure she's paying attention to you. You know, like I can stop. If she doesn't stop, you can click. Good, heel. You can change direction, right? And if she keeps going straight, she wasn't paying attention, you can click. Good. Because think about this. If she is paying attention to you, she can't be paying attention to the dogs. If she's not paying attention to you, she's got a lot of bandwidth to pay attention to the dogs. Think about that. Now, let's see, she got a wild hair. She saw a dog in the distance and let out a bark. It's really important that you click that red button for that. That's what that red button is there for. You have to correct barks more firm than just correcting with the black button. The theory is if you do correct firm, it should only happen once or twice and then she's done. Good girl. This looks like a good place to stop. Good girl. I'm gonna drop my leash. Stay. I love how she defaults into that down. That's her coping skill. Okay, I'm gonna walk away. No. I click there. Stay. Walk away again. Nope. I'm not surprised that she's having trouble because we are in a new location, and every time you go to a more exciting location, you can expect your dog's behavior to go back just a little bit. I'm clicking this whole time. Good. See how, like, literally yesterday she was not struggling with that in our court, but now she is, and it's not because she doesn't have the knowledge, it's because she's more distracted. So she'll need more reminders. If you guys feel like you're correcting her a lot and it's not doing anything, make sure that you're going up in your numbers. Okay, so if you're staying at the same number and she's breaking command like every 2 seconds, just go up a little bit. And every time you have to ask, you're going up a little bit more. All right. Staying at the same number with no result, that'll just make you crazy. Good girl. And notice how, you know, after so many reminders, she's just not making the mistake anymore. And that's how we create the reliability. You know, it's what we call bomb proof. You tell your dog to stay and they stay no matter what. And everyone says, oh my gosh, my dog could never do that. It's like, yes, they could. It's just training, training, training. Reps, numbers, and the right communication system. What a good girl, Mabel. What a good girl. No, stay. Good. See how hard that is for her? If we had more time with her, this is what I would be focusing on. And it's what I'm gonna tell her family to be focusing on. It's just basic stay. Because honestly, if this is so hard for her and you're not working on it, I can almost guarantee she's gonna go back to barking at dogs. It's all connected, everything's connected. Good girl. Look at that. This is impressive. Let's do a tone-only recall, which means I am not going to say anything. All I'm going to do is tap the T button, which beeps by her ear, and she's trained that means to come to her human. Let's see what happens. Hi, good girl, there she comes. Mabel, right to me, good girl. Good girl, yes. And then from here, once you have her to you, it's a default stay. If she walks away, you recall her again. You can either direct her into another stay, depending on what the situation is. You can release her, or you can put her back in the walk. Let's put her back in the walk. So to get her in the walk, I'm gonna say heel, tap the tone, and start walking. Heel. Let's see if she can find it. Good girl. There she is. And that right ear, it's so cute. It's always flipped up. Good girl. Completely off leash. All around the park. What a good girl. Wow, that's a hard one. So it's all about motivation, right? So she saw the car and she's like, oh, I love the car. Let's get in the car. So she actually left my command to stay with the car. That could be a squirrel, it could be a dog, it could be another person. See how magnetized she is to the car? But I'm asking her to stay with me without restraining her. Okay, it's such a good thing to work on. If you find that she wants something, ask her to stay with you instead and see how she responds to that. Is she loyal? Good. Here's the car. Yes, good girl. See how hard that is for her? Look, now I'm gonna tap my tone. Come. Yeah, see? if you think about it, I've told her to heel. She's breaking that to go to the car. So it's a mentality thing of like, you know, I can do what I want if I really want to do it, right? So we have to correct that mentality to get her to prioritize you. Because she's saying, oh, I'll heel if there's nothing else I want. Okay, good. I'm happy with that recall though, because some dogs, I'm telling you, they'll run under the car, they'll do anything. Good girl.